Attendance?
Trustee Adams?
Here.
Trustee Harvey?
Here.
Trustee Reeves?
Here.
Trustee Gaines?
Here.
Trustee Buffalo? We have a quorum.
Okay. And, we don't have any public comment. Well, I have to read this in here. Pursuant to board policy number 2350, public comment may be limited to 3 minutes per person. All speakers who would like to comment regarding a matter on the agenda must submit a public comment.
Well, these gentlemen are questioning me, so.
Here. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know where I was, but I will go back and,
It's okay.
Is it on? It's on. It has turned green.
Okay. I figured I would just game it. Pursuant to board policy number 2350, public comment may be limited to 3 minutes per person. All speakers who would like to comment regarding a matter on the agenda must submit a public comment card to the board president or the recording secretary before the point in the meeting at which the agenda item is called. Public comment cards are available at the information table in the boardroom, from the recording secretary, or online. Okay, I believe that's it. And so we will adjourn back into closed session.
Trustee Buffalo,
Here.
we have a quorum.
Okay. So let me read this. Before I read this, I want to point out. Oh, we're in the pledge? Oh, maybe I should put my glasses on. Sure, pledge allegiance. And we'll have our VP. Go ahead and do that.
Right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, before I read the board policy, there's a reason we read this board policy. There was some confusion at the last meeting, and so I'm going to go ahead and read it. It's the way we do things, it's the way we handle things, and it's the way that most cities, councils, school districts handle these things. So pursuant to board policy number 2350, public comments may be limited to 3 minutes per person. All speakers who would like to comment regarding a matter on the agenda must submit a public comment card to the board president or the recording secretary before the point in the meeting at which the agenda item is called. Public comment cards are available at the information table in the boardroom from the recording secretary or online. Okay. So, yes, okay. Do we have a motion on the agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second? Any discussion? Hearing none. Advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the agenda is approved. Okay. Okay, we have no report out of closed session. That's 9.1. So we will go ahead and do the public comment cards. And we'll try to do these in order. Irene Carbajal Perez.
Good evening, trustees, colleagues, and guests. Today I'm here to honor two staff members from the CalWorks department in their retirement. I will first be reading something for Katia Martinez. It is truly an honor to recognize and celebrate Katia Martinez as she retires from Annabelle Valley College.
There you go. Thank you. Whoa, I'm too close. Thank you. There you go. So, good afternoon, evening, trustees, colleagues, and guests. I'm here to recognize two staff members from the CalWorks department, and I'm who will be retiring shortly. So my first read is for Katia Martinez, the classified staff. It is truly an honor to recognize and celebrate Katia Martinez as she retires from Antelope Valley College after 15 years of exceptional service, leadership, and dedication to our students and campus community. Throughout her time at AVC, Katia has supported students, faculty, classified personnel, and administrators across campus. There's a good chance that if you have worked at ABC long enough, Katia has helped you in one way or another. She has always been willing to share her knowledge and take the time to help others understand a process rather than simply providing an answer. Katia has exemplified outstanding service, collaboration, and dedication to student success. Most recently, through her work in the CalWorks department, she has been a passionate advocate for student parents, welcoming them into the program with compassion and encouragement. She has also recognized the importance of supporting the entire family through thoughtfully engaging with children who attend events and provide activities that help create a welcoming and inclusive environment. Her commitment to service has been evident through her career at AVC. During her time with informational technology service, Katia was known for her ability to assist others with patience, professionalism, and a positive attitude. Whether troubleshooting technology issues, guiding staff through college system, helping students access their AVC accounts during registration fest, or supporting departments such as EOPS and counseling. She has consistently went above and beyond, regardless of the task or challenges. Katia has been someone people trust and depend on, making a positive impact wherever she has served. Beyond her technical knowledge, Katia has brought a positive energy to make people feel comfortable asking her for help. She treats everyone with kindness and respect, and her sense of humor and approachable personality had made her well known and appreciated throughout the college. For 15 years, Katia has quietly made a difference behind the scenes. Her commitment to serving others, her willingness to help wherever she was needed, and the relationships she has built across campus reflect the true spirit of service. Please join me in congratulating Katia on her well-deserved retirement and wishing her happiness, health, and ever success in the exciting chapter ahead of her in her beautiful country of Panama. Thank you. If I can start the time for my second one. Thank you. It is also truly an honor to recognize and celebrate Pamela Ford as she retires from Antelope Valley College after 37 years of exceptional service, leadership, and dedication to our students and campus community. As a classified professional, Pamela has consistently demonstrated her commitment to student success, especially through her work with the CalWorks program. She has approached every student with compassion, professionalism, and a genuine desire to help them overcome barriers to achieving their educational goals. Having once walked a similar path herself, she understood the challenges our students face and has used the experience to encourage and support them. Whether assisting students in our office serving as a college representative with the Child Care Resource Center or leading program orientation presentation, Pamela has consistently gone above and beyond to ensure student parents have the resources and support they need to succeed. In addition to her professional responsibilities, Pamela has served as a union president, where she has been a strong advocate for classified professionals. She has provided guidance and support to colleagues across campus while balancing advocacy for employees with a steadfast commitment to public service. Outside of her regular responsibilities, Pamela has remained actively engaged in college governance through her participation on numerous campus committees, including Calendar Committee, Budget Committee, and other governance groups. Her willingness to serve whenever needed reflects her dedication to this institution and its mission. Whether supporting students, collaborating with colleagues, or representing classified staff, Pamela has exemplified the values of service and commitment. The countless hours she has dedicated to Antelope Valley College has not gone unnoticed, and her contribution have left a lasting impact on our community. Please join me as well in congratulating Pamela Ford on her well-deserved retirement and wishing her happiness, health, and ever success in her exciting new chapters ahead. Thank you.
Next speaker is Jason Bowen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board, President Brar. I'd like to read a passage from the Bible, Zechariah chapter 7. In the 4th year of King Darius, the word of the Lord came to Zechariah on the 4th day of the 9th month, the month of Kislev. The people of Bethel had sent Sharezer and Regem-Melech together with their men to entreat the Lord by asking the priests of the house of the Lord Almighty and the prophets, should I mourn and fast in the 5th month as I have done for so many years? Then the word of the Lord Almighty came to me, ask all the people of the land and the priests, when you fasted and mourned in the 5th and 7th months for the past 70 years, was it really for me that you fasted? And when you were eating and drinking, were you not just feasting for yourselves? Are these not the words the Lord proclaimed throughout the earlier prophets when Jerusalem and its surrounding towns were at rest and prosperous, and the Negev and the western foothills were settled? And the word of the Lord came again to Zechariah. This is what the Lord Almighty says. Administer true justice. Show mercy and compassion to one another. Do not oppress the widow or the fatherless, the alien or the poor. In your hearts, do not think evil of each other. Pamela Ford is retiring this month and has been a champion and an advocate for the poor, the needy, the destitute, the weak, the lowly, the afflicted, the oppressed, the fatherless, the orphan, the widow, the stranger, the foreigner, the sojourner, the alien, the robbed, the defrauded, the hungry, the prisoner, the captive, the desolate, the voiceless, the powerless, the vulnerable, the marginalized, the unprotected, the defenseless. To me personally, she has been a partner, mentor, and teacher. Oh, this is getting a little emotional for me. The greatest lesson that I learned for her is that there's no distinction between people. There's only human beings. What I'm most grateful for, however, is that she's been one of the greatest friends I've ever had in my life. We've had a lot of fun together and have been a great team and achieved a lot together. I will miss her, and this is somewhat selfish to say, perhaps, but her departure is a great loss for all of us, for the community. However, I wish her the very best. Pamela Ford, congratulations on your retirement.
Rochelle Hightower.
Good evening, everyone, and I echo your sentiments, Jason. Pam is an amazing champion for all of us. Thank you for all of your service. I had two comments, and the first one that I want to address is setting the tone for tonight. I wanted to address some comments that were made after I left the room, the last board meeting, and asking the board to uphold some things that I see that you read the board policy about board comments and public comments, and comments that were made after I left the room. Trustee Harvey made some comments about my statement, and I saw them, I was watching online, asking that action be taken regarding the matter. And the statement was, in fact, by President Zello, is in fact, if you go back and listen to Ms. Hightower's statement, go back and listen to the recording, because she said that that was her job. But then later she says, if I had been in that job, so admitting she wasn't in it, there was a vacancy, talking about the deleting of the position. I sent to all of you, because she asked you to go back and listen to it, I screen recorded that. Asked you to go back and listen to my statement. I screen recorded several things. The video of President Zealot, the transcript of it, my statement, the transcript of it, the video of when the position was actually deleted. Mr. Reeves, you were concerned about it being deleted. I hope all of you got to see those things. But what concerns me is that this is the board's meeting, not President Zealot's meeting, and that it was not a space for dialogue. It was Trustee Harvey's comment. It wasn't a space for response and dialogue. Just as I wouldn't have been able to come back and make a comment, it wasn't appropriate for someone else to make a comment or disparage someone or to insinuate that I had made a falsehood or a false statement when I couldn't come back and defend my statement, especially if I was not in the room. So I wanted to come back and clarify my statement. I didn't say that or make a falsehood. I said if the board had done or the district had done what they were supposed to do, there would not have been a vacancy. I had also asked about was the board going to do what they were supposed to do in investigating my whistleblower complaint, and I still, months and months later, still have gotten no response. I've asked Mr. Wang, I've asked HR, and still no response. I've submitted several public records requests and no response. 10 days ago, sent another one. My follow-up was 10 days ago and still have gotten no response. So that's the end of my first comment card. My second one,
Oh,
I had two.
yes, I know. And I'm going to go ahead and let her say the second one, go through that.
Do you want me to? Okay.
No, they just had somebody in front of you, and then you were
I'm
coming
sorry.
back. It's okay. It's
Okay.
fine. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm standing before you because what I'm experiencing is no longer a disagreement about records or employment, but it's a pattern of inaction, obstruction, and what I believe constitutes a dereliction of duty by the district. I've submitted requests over and over again. I've been told that my requests are ambiguous or vague, but my question is which ones? Because under the law, you have an obligation to tell me which ones and help define which ones those are. And I've been told that some records are being withheld, but you have an obligation under law to tell me which ones are being withheld and what exemption was applied. I was given records of 154 pages long of documents without explaining or indexing what those were. And I raised questions of those over 10 days ago without response. And a lot of the things, everything was buried and kind of sandbagged. I asked some very specific questions, but what was given to me was that individuals, some in this room that were upgraded to Director of Auxiliary Services, others that were placed in Director of Financial and Fiscal Services. Their positions prior were, they were given other positions. And I asked this board, why was that consideration not given to me when my position was eliminated? Where was the effort to return me to work? Where was the interactive process? Where was the discussion of my reassignment and return to work? Where was the investigation of my whistleblower complaint? And if I'm unrepresented, why am I being told that I can only talk to your attorney? I have I have a right to be able to talk to my employee or my employer about my return to work and reinstatement. The board members, governance is not passive. It requires oversights. It requires asking difficult questions, even those questions concern your own administration. I've repeatedly brought these matters before you, and at some point, continued silence becomes a decision. And I'm asking this board to stop referring me back to the administrative process that has failed to resolve these issues and exercise your independent oversight responsibility, investigate what happened, determine why I'm not returned back to work, determine why the interactive process didn't happen. I'm asking this, not asking the board for special treatment, I'm asking you to re-perform your duty. I've asked for some very specific records from some very specific names, 2 cases in particular. And I'm asking, do I have to sue or be related to someone on the board to get my job back? Because the cases that I've asked for, those are the things. And why is that preferential treatment happened? And why was that not given or afforded to me?
Thank you. Perry Jaleka.
Good evening, members of the board and members of the Board of Trustees and members of the AVC community. Carlos Pino asked me to share some exciting news on his behalf this evening. He regrets that he cannot be here personally, but tonight he is attending a swearing-in ceremony for the next Beverly Hills Chief of Police, Max Zubin, whom he's known for over 30 years. On behalf of Carlos and the entire Administration of Justice team, we want to begin by thanking the board for its continued support of the Administration of Justice program and our students. We are especially excited about the recent addition of our new full-time faculty member, Dr. George De Jesus, who came to AVC with an extensive background from the LA Police Department and an extraordinary academic background. He holds a couple degrees, I don't even know, but he holds multiple degrees, a bachelor's degree in equine science, a master's degree in law, a master's degree in geospatial intelligence, and a doctorate in educational leadership and change. Adding him to our full-time faculty has provided the AJ program with an additional expertise and capacity needed to begin the next major step in our growth and development of a bachelor's degree in modern policing at Antelope Valley College. This initiative is consistent with the direction of the California Community College Chancellor's Office and with California's evolving educational expectations for the law enforcement profession. Our vision is larger than simply preparing students to become police officers. This degree will create an educational pathway for students entering the profession while providing working law enforcement professionals an opportunity to continue their education and qualify for promotional opportunities and pursue educational initiatives and career advancement. We have established an ambitious 2-year development timeline for the goal of having the program in place as AVC celebrates its 100th anniversary in 2029. We believe there could be no better way to celebrate a century of service to Antelope Valley than creating a forward-looking degree that prepares for the next generation of public safety professionals. Equally exciting, our goal is to make courses within the modern policing major available throughout the California Virtual Campus Exchange, expanding access beyond Antelope Valley, and creating potential for AVC's modern policing program to serve students and working professionals throughout California. We are extremely proud of the continued growth of Administration of Justice at AVC. We are even more excited about where we are going. Our mission remains simple: to serve AVC, to serve the Antelope Valley, and to serve the state of California by preparing educated, ethical, and highly qualified professionals for a career of public service. Carlos looks forward to returning to the future to update the board on this exciting project and as it moves forward. For tonight, on behalf of the entire AJ team, thank you again for believing in our program, supporting our faculty, and more importantly, supporting our students. Thank you.
Thank you. Cedric Williams.
Good evening, Board of Trustees, Mr. President, student trustees, and honored guests. I am honored to serve as Classified Union President and to support and service the classified. The Antelope Valley College Federation of Classified Employees, Local 4683, is proud to announce we have endorsed Pamela Ford as candidate for the Antelope Valley College Board of Trustees, Area 5. Thank you.
Pamela Ford.
Good evening. I've had the opportunity to work with Mr. Newton Gillette in various roles, including Dean of Kinesiology and Athletics, Athletic Director and Interim Vice President of Student Service. In each of the roles he served, we met over issues that involved classified employees. I did not always agree with decisions Newton made. However, due to his interest in looking at both sides to find resolution, I could work with him. Though some discussions were difficult due to the nature of our roles, they never became acrimonious. Newton always sought both sides' input before rendering a decision. That is what's missing from our campus, and Newton serving in the elected role of AVC Board of Trustee, I believe, will bring back that relationship building that he has built over the years with AVC and the community at large. He will not succumb to the idea that whatever position management takes is the right position. Instead, Newton will continue his skill of gathering the facts and hearing from both sides, working towards solutions and not termination. From the dais, Newton will serve his constituents, the campus, and community at large, and he will not maintain the position that right or wrong the administration and board will stick together to the chagrin of all others. And for these reasons, the Classified Union and Classified Executive Board endorsed the candidacy of Mr. Newton Gillette as Board of Trustee. As you are aware, I will be retiring shortly. I will continue to serve in the union in a different role, supporting and providing training on negotiations, investigations, grievances, and so forth for the time being. And I would like to introduce Cedric Williams, who was just up here, and he's going to replace me as president of the Classified Union. Cedric, stand up. Cedric takes on this role with eagerness and a desire to keep the work moving forward in service of classified employees. His strong interest in upholding the collective bargaining agreement and his commitment to the district. He looks forward to working with the district in support of classified. I also want to announce our other officers. Janelle Paul, who has been with us for some time, will remain as treasurer. Charmaine Wiley is now the first vice president. Golden Hicks is the second vice president. Secretary is Maria Groth. And again, I have to say, I'm so happy Cedric is taking on this role. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Perry Jalaka.
Good evening, members of the board and members of the college community. On behalf of the Antelope Valley College Federation of Teachers, I would like to express our strong support for Newton Schlett and his candidacy for Antelope Valley College District Board of Trustees. Newton has dedicated 28 years of service to Antelope Valley College. During that time, he has served the institution in a number of important roles, including a coach, a faculty member, a dean, athletic director, and vice president. That experience gives Newton a unique understanding of AVC from the classroom, athletics, administration, and leadership perspective. Newton also has deep ties throughout the Antelope Valley community. Those relationships and his understanding of the people and organizations in our region can be a real asset to the college. Strong community partnerships are important in AVC's future. Newton has the experience and connections to strengthen those relationships and create new opportunities for our students and institution. The Federation believes that experience and community connections matter. Newton understands our students, our faculty, our employees, and the community we serve. He knows this institution, he knows this community, and he understands both the challenges we face and the opportunities that are ahead. AVCFT Federation is proud to endorse Newton Schlett for the Board of Trustees. We believe his 28 years of service to AVC, his leadership experience, and his strong community ties make him a valuable member to the board. Thank you.
Thank you. Newton Schlett.
Good evening. Well, in case you haven't figured it out, I'm here to announce that I am running for Area 2 to replace Mr. Buffalo. And I just wanted to make this the public notice that I was running. And I appreciate all of the support, the endorsement of both unions. Somebody said I might be the first person to ever get the endorsement of both unions. And the athletic department, and obviously with the ties that I have in the community, all the boards that I serve on, the Fair Board, the Sheriff Boosters, the Air Quality Board, I certainly have the community ties and backing. But most importantly, as Perry said, I served every position on this campus that you can possibly serve as a role, except the president. I keep waiting for Dr. Zillett to take a break one day and make me president for one day. But speaking of that, Dr. Zillett, if you're watching, I hope you're recovering, because I still need you to give me that golf lesson. But anyway, I just wanted to make it public here in front of the board and the Antelope Valley community. Thank you.
Yes, Newton, you forgot to mention that you coached first base for the softball team when our coach got thrown out.
You weren't supposed to say that. I also actually umpired one of our softball and our baseball games because the umpire didn't show up. So that was kind of crazy too. Yeah. But anyway, thanks, Steve.
Okay, thank you. Perry, did you have one more announcement?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Am I up?
Yep, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to start this one off just with congratulations to Pam on your retirement. And she served the union, classified union for 18 years, and I've been here for 19 years. And so I've always known who Pam Ford was or is. But over the last year, getting more involved in the union with the vice president in the fall and this spring as the president through the summer. And I told her this on the phone the other day. I've considered it just one of the great privileges to get to know her as a person, get to know her as a friend and a colleague. And I think Dr. Bowen mentioned it. She was a mentor. There's no question she's been a mentor. She's kept my head above water throughout the spring semester, serving as the president. So congratulations, and we will deeply miss you. We'll deeply, deeply miss you. And you'll still be like Dr. Bowen's speed dial 1, you're 1B. Anyways, good evening, members of the board and members of the college community. On behalf of the Antelope Valley College Federation of Teachers, I would like to express our strong support for Pam Ford in her candidacy for Antelope Valley College District Board of Trustees. Pam has dedicated 37 years of service to Antelope Valley College. During that time, she has developed a deep understanding of our institution, our employees, our students, and the community we serve. For 18 of those years, Pam has served as president of the classified union. The experience is especially important. She understands what it means to represent employees, advocate for their concerns, work through difficult issues, and sit across the table from the district to find solutions. She understands the importance of communication, collaboration, and making sure employees have a voice in decisions that impact our college. And because of that, we endorse Pam Ford for the Board of Trustees. Thank you.
Okay, there is no clarification, and we're going to move on to 12.1, presentation, and Bridget Cook.
Thank you, Ms. Cook.
Good evening, members of the board, Mr. Barr, Mr. Wang, and Ms. Scuttlecorp. Congratulations to Ms. Pamela Ford. I wasn't sure if this was really happening until I got an invite to something special, and I'll be there to support you. A couple years ago, Ms. Gaines said that she was going to make sure that Pam and I became best friends, and she worked on it, and it happened. We did. We worked on it, and it happened. I've just shared with the board one page of the district's annual report of efforts to prevent and address sex discrimination. A law was passed about 2 years ago, which requires the district to do an annual report starting with at September 1st of this year to the chancellor's office, where they talk about what they do to prevent and address sex discrimination. When I came in this evening, well, actually I reviewed the board agenda before I came in, and then when I came in this evening, I saw that posted there on the table. There was a copy of the report that's included in the agenda. I had hoped to see that there were corrections made to the report because it is wholly inadequate and doesn't meet the requirements of the law. We'll start with what I've highlighted for you. I highlighted in yellow, as well as, I guess I should provide a copy to People, Culture, and Talent so that they can take a look at where they failed, which is not acceptable, because this is something that is being presented to the chancellor's office on behalf of the board. This is going to be your work. Even though it's written in the agenda as a presentation, technically the board is supposed to approve this. And if you approve sending this in the format that it's in, it's incomplete. It's insufficient. And it's sad because the chancellor's office provided a template to the district, to every district, to tell them what needed to be included in the report. But somehow Antelope Valley College's People, Culture, and Talent couldn't even fill in the blanks. They couldn't follow the template. And this is typical of what comes out of Dr. Lon Helsper and Dr. Zellen, what is allowed. And I guess they think you don't read or that the public doesn't read. But they're supposed to be very transparent, and it's supposed to include information detailing your efforts to prevent and address sex discrimination. And usually those things include like supportive measures or other things that they do, but they just talk about the fact that we had this number of complaints and this is how they were disposed of, but nothing about the district's policies or anything that they do to support people, whether it's students or employees, who complain or make complaints about discrimination. All this all that is included here is the boilerplate information that came with the template, but none of the details. And another example is it's supposed to cover an 18-month period. You saw that I hand wrote in the period it's supposed to cover. So before it goes to Sacramento, you all may want to fill in the blanks because your people, culture, and talent has failed to do so.
Thank you. Okay. The presentation, 12.1.
I have the presentation. Please. Thank you. Good evening, Board of Trustees, Acting President Brar, colleagues, and guests. It is my privilege to stand before you this evening and present to you Antelope Valley Community College District's initial Title IX report pursuant to SB 1166. Next slide, please. Okay. So prior to discussing SB 1166, I wanted to quickly remind you of the landscape in which institutions of higher education are operating in with the unique California nuances. Title IX is a federal requirement Title IX is a federal requirement prohibiting sexual harassment in all institutions of higher education receiving federal funding. Title IX was instituted in 1972 and has been a topic of much discussion over the past several years and with frequently changing interpretations and modifications since 2020. The Clery Act of 1990 is aimed at ensuring all students, staff, faculty, and community members are informed as to happenings on and immediately surrounding the campus. The Clery Act requires crime reporting, the issuance of timely warnings, and prevention education. There's also an annual security report that is posted on our website. The 2013 Violence Against Women Reauthorization Act expanded Clery reporting requirements to include dating and domestic violence and stalking. In 2022, SB 493 came into effect in California, which expanded the definition of officials with authority. And finally, SB 1166 was adopted in September 2024 for California institutions of higher education, codifying Title IX reporting requirements. Okay. On this slide, you'll see an overview of the Title IX investigatory process. At some point, the district becomes on notice of an alleged act of sexual harassment. The impacted individual is provided with information from my office with their rights, resources, and reporting options and invited to file a formal complaint. If the impacted individual or myself as the Title IX coordinator signs a formal complaint, an investigation can ensue. The process can end in an informal resolution or a live hearing, and at the end, all parties have an appeal period. This is a very quick overview of the process, and I'm happy to provide additional details if requested. The core component of this presentation is SB 1166. SB 1166 made an addition to the California Education Code, Section 66282.1, which now requires Title IX system-wide reporting for the UCs, Cal State universities, and California community college systems. The legislature requires the California Community College Chancellor's Office to provide a summary of activities undertaken at each campus and system-wide to ensure that all programs and activities are free from sexual discrimination. The inaugural report is due to the legislature on December 1st, 2026. Each California community college is required to submit our district's annual report to the California Community College office by September 1st of 2026, and each September 1st thereafter. Each California community college is also required to post the report on their website and present the report annually at a public Board of Trustees meeting, which is what I am sharing with you this evening. I'm also proud to say that we are of the few community colleges in the system who are actually making this deadline. Most community colleges are not able to make this deadline this year. For purposes of this report, sexual harassment includes Title IX sexual harassment, which is quid pro quo, hostile environment, and sexual assault, dating violence, domestic violence, and stalking, and sexual harassment as defined by the California Education Code, which includes sexual violence, rape, sexual battery, and sexual exploitation. SB 1166 requires campuses and statewide systems to report the following categories: the number of sexual harassment reports received, the number of formal sexual harassment complaints, number of sexual harassment complaints under investigation, and associated timelines, such as the timeline from receipt of report to starting an investigation and the amount of time it took to complete the investigation. We are also required to report the number of live hearings conducted and the outcomes, as well as the number of appeals received and the outcomes of such appeals. On this slide, you'll see AVC's data for our initial report in accordance with SB 1166. You have a copy of the entire report that will be submitted to the California Community College Chancellor's Office attached to this presentation on diligent board docs for your review as well. The initial reporting period for the inaugural report is January 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2026. Moving forward, reports will be from July 1st to June 30th following the fiscal year calendar. During this inaugural 18-month period, the district received 38 sexual harassment reports. A report is defined as any report received by the district in any form through any channel and does not require an investigation. A complaint is an allegation without a definition in the code, but we have defined it here based on our board policy. During this 18-month period, the district has received 38 reports and 7 complaints. As of June 30th, 2026, the district has 1 investigation, Title IX investigation ongoing. During the reporting period, the district dismissed 2 formal complaints, and none of the dismissals were appealed. It is important to note that while the report says Lancaster campus, it applies to all AVC properties, as this tool, the reporting tool that you see in front of you, was generated by the California Community College Chancellor's Office and is the tool that all districts are required to report on. The California Community College Chancellor's Office contracted with Atixa, and they developed this tool, which is the spit out that you have in front of you. We put in the numbers, and then the text that is included on there is what the Chancellor's Office report put on there. So this is the official report that all California community colleges have to send to Chancellor Christian's office. Okay. On this slide, you'll see excerpts from the AVC report depicting the length of time from receipt of a complaint to the initiation of an investigation. In all cases, investigations were started in less than 2 weeks from receipt. Similarly, all investigations were completed within a year. The district engaged in 6 informal resolutions during this time period. An informal resolution can be a mediation, supportive measure, or any means of resolving the resolution that does not require a live hearing. 3 complaints were resolved with an informal resolution or hearing, meaning that 3 complaints were resolved without an informal resolution or hearing, meaning that the complaints were withdrawn or parties changed their affiliation with the district, resulting in our inability to proceed. We facilitated 6 live hearings and received only 1 appeal, which the appellate officer denied. Before concluding the presentation, I must take a moment to commend PCT Title IX and Compliance Assistant Blanca Rodriguez for the creation of the AVC inaugural report. She has been integral in the implementation of a robust Title IX office and tabulating the data that you see in front of you tonight. Thank you for your attention this evening, and we'll be posting this inaugural report on our website as is required. I will now entertain any questions.
Barbara?
Yes, thank you for your report. I have a question. When I look at figure 1, I'm sorry. When I look at figure 1, sexual harassment reports and complaints from, it says here that 38 reports were received. Can you kind of give me a understanding, how are those reports, what is the typical process that a report is received?
That's a good question. So it's anytime the district becomes on notice. So they come in a myriad of forms. It can be a telephone call to our office. It can be an email to a faculty member who forwards it on to us. It can to my office. It can be a conversation. Any way that somebody alerts somebody who's identified as an official with responsibility or responsible employee that something has happened to them, then the district is on notice, and that is what we count as a report.
So are we certain then that, let's say, out of that 38 people or reports, that the 38 people are aware that for their concerns to move forward, they have to file an official Title IX complaint for us to really do a thorough investigation? I just find it odd that we had 38 reports. Do we look into those 38 at all, or just wait for the complaint to come in?
No, so anytime that we receive a report, we do outreach and to the individual. The outreach is oftentimes an email, but sometimes depending on the circumstances, we might do telephonic or in-person visits, depending on if it's a situation where somebody's safety could be placed in jeopardy if there is an email. And the information in that we convey to the party includes how to report to law enforcement, how to report to our office, what an administrative remedy might look like, includes supportive measures such as maybe a no contact order or a reserved special schedule modification, special office, whatever is needed, as well as resources in our campus, so timely care for student mental health and the EAP program for employee mental health, and community resources as well that might be appropriate.
So out of the 7 official Title IX complaints that you received, only one went under official Title IX investigation, or am I misreading this in that the other 6 are already completed?
Only one is still in the process. The other 6 are completed in this period.
Okay.
Student trustee Denton.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your overview, Dr. Helsper. I know that when employees are first onboarded, they do trainings, which includes like sexual harassment training. I just was wondering if you could give me more information on what preventative measures the college takes, like other than trainings, to ensure that students and employees are safe.
Sure. So yes, all employees have to complete sexual harassment training. The majority is completed online using Keenan Safe Colleges, and there are annual, depending if you're a supervisor, it's a 2-hour training. If you're not a supervisor, it's a 1-hour training, and you have to do it with on repeated increments, the training. We also touch on it in new employee orientation, and all new employees are invited to new employee orientation. We discuss it there. I've also offered me and my team ability to go do trainings and presentations at every department. We've also, starting last year, did student athlete orientation. So we present and we do a really cool thing where we we show parts of a documentary of a film roll, Red Roll, which is about a sexual assault involving a high school football team. And we parallel that to process and how there were multiple pieces along the way where adults knew that maybe something was going on and could have intervened and didn't. And so we talk about what our role is as a responsible marauder and student athlete and how we should intervene. And so that training can be parlayed for any student org as well. There was also working with Dr. Padron's team, creating a canvas shell that will be placed on all students' canvases, which has information pertaining to your rights, resources, and sexual, when it comes to sexual misconduct. And I also, when I first got here, worked with the Academic Senate to create a syllabus statement, and many professors are using it, which informs students of their rights and how to request accommodations if necessary. There's also language in there about religious accommodations and pregnancy accommodations as well.
Thank you. I'd love to see like more trainings for like the wide student body, but thank you for that.
Yeah. Who didn't have a mic?
No.
Thank you for your answer. I really appreciate the description. I'd love to see like more trainings for the student body as a whole. I think that'd be really important, but thank you for that as well.
Definitely. I can reach out to Dr. Padron and work with ASO to get some things on the agenda.
I just had a question about the Lancaster campus. Is it inclusive of Palmdale, the 38? Is this every
Yes, I
site?
I apologize. I meant to say that. Yes, because this was the tool created by the Chancellor's office, Dr. Christian's office. It's geared for all districts, and some districts have multiple campuses, and you have to report per campus. As we are a single college district, Lancaster is inclusive of the Palmdale Center and Foxfield. So our numbers are, we're only one college in our district, so it says Lancaster campus, and there was no way that I could turn off that feature.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. My next question actually is for Mr. Wang. Mr. Wang, is this the template that we should be using, and does it encompass the time period that the Chancellor is asking us to cover?
I'm not aware of the specific template. This is the first time I've been asked to review this type of proposal and this type of report. Be happy to look back into that, but if it's the past 18 months, I think it's a simple measure of determining 18 months from today.
Yeah. Okay, and Dr. Helsper? Yeah, I was coming back to you because it's your area. Is this the correct template given by the Chancellor's office for this report?
Yes, it is. And there's also a website that the Chancellor's office has with FAQs pertaining to SB 1166. And it refers to the template that is that was created by the ATIXA group. And I'd be happy to provide the emails and stuff to show you that this is the template.
No, I don't need emails. I need just, answers. That's all. And so it is the correct template. Does it cover the correct amount of time?
Yes, it does. January 1st, 25 to June 30th, 26. That's what the numbers I presented to you are. And those are the 18-month period.
Okay, and is there anything that this board could anticipate with a report going to the Chancellor's office that we would not be pleased with once it arrives?
I don't think so. We're
so
meeting
the information is accurate and correct, is what I'm saying.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Just one other question.
Please.
You talked about the process for employees. How are the employees notified once they put in a Title IX complaint?
If they're a complainant,
yeah.
So they are kept abreast. So an investigator, if we're accepting the complaint, because there are times when the district dismisses complaints, right? So and if there is a dismissal, all employees are notified. The employees that are impacted are notified as well.
Okay.
And they have a right to appeal. But if a complaint is accepted, an investigator is assigned, and they receive a notice of investigation from me. The parties receive a notice of investigation from me, introducing laying out the allegations, the process, as well as introducing them to the investigator. Then they maintain regular contact with the investigator, and myself and Blanca Rodriguez from my office throughout. And then Title IX, if there's an informal resolution, it is resolved with us. If there is a live hearing, there is evidence review that we post, and we working with the schedule of the complainant and respondent as to when they would be able to review it. And there are multiple touch points and process updates throughout.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, and then we can move on. Okay, consent agenda. Is there a motion?
Move approval of the consent agenda.
Second?
Okay. Any questions? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, passes unanimously. Okay. Moving on to, okay, here we are. Item 14.1, which is approval of amendment to our professional services agreement with State of California Department of General Services, DGS, Office of Administrative Hearings, and Antelope Valley Community College District. Is there a motion?
So move.
Is there a second? Any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Abstain.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Okay, thank you. Item 14.2, approval of side letter of agreement between Antelope Valley College Federation of Teachers and Antelope Valley Community College District for the usage of banked leave and retirement of Susan Snyder. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second?
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, passes unanimously. Item 14.3, approval of side letter of agreement between Antelope Valley Federation of Teachers and Antelope Valley Community College District regarding permitting interim learning center director Wendy Ryder to teach one course for the fall 2026 semester. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 14.4, approval of memorandum of understanding between Antelope Valley Antelope Valley Federation of Teachers and Antelope Valley Community College District regarding compensation for faculty participation in summer 2026 selection committee. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second?
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 14.5, approval of Antelope Valley Community College Equal Employment Opportunity Annual Certification Form. Is there a motion?
So move.
Okay, is there a second?
Second?
Any discussion?
Yes, sir. Did we see this? I know that it was part of the board packet. I've reviewed it. So what I'm saying is, has this, we just had a presentation on our Title IX.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be a presentation?
We can definitely request a presentation next month, but there was no presentation. It was just the report, Trustee Harvey.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and we have item 14.6, and that is approval of agreement with, with Atskin, oh God, tongue tie. Yeah, AALR&R, okay, for legal services from July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2029. Is there a motion?
So move.
Is there a second? Is there a second? Well, hearing none. Pam, did you want to speak?
Good evening. My position is I believe that this should be a concern for the Board of Trustees in light of the extreme amount of legal costs that have ensued over the last 3 years. I question the decision-making piece in Section 3C of the agreement. It reads, for special services, it states, for purposes of convenience and in order to expedite matters, The law firm reserves the right to advance costs on behalf of the district with the superintendent or designee's prior approval in the event a particular cost item exceeds $2,000 in amount, and without the prior approval of the district in the event a particular cost item totals $2,000 or less. Because there have been an extraordinary amount of at least 20 perp charges, several settlements, this clearly signifies an inability to resolve issues at the lowest level possible on the part of district administrators. These matters have included terminations of employees, and there's always a 5-0 vote on, or a 4-0 vote on terminating employees. So there's no looking into other matters. If this amount is over the not to exceed limit, why give a free hand to more unbridled spending on legal issues? At what point will there be an interest in taking a second look at issues? And the question asked by the board, demanded by the board, has there been any attempt to resolve this matter at the lowest level possible? Can this matter be resolved in-house? I've never heard that. Now, currently, I have no doubt that you will once again approve this contract. However, as the board responsible for making informed decisions, I ask that you take a second look at this contract before you agree to it and place some parameters around extending approval for additional spending when the work exceeds $2,000. I think you should look at every case that comes before you agree to spending. Because having all of this counsel has not diminished the legal errors the district makes and are fought and won by the unions. And then the unions are blamed for pursuing a PERB charge, but in each one of our contracts, it clearly states that all matters can be resolved at the lowest level possible. I'm not blaming your legal counsel. Every time a case goes out, they get paid. It appears there should be more interest in resolving problems in-house. I believe AALRR are also responsible for frisk training. And if that were more of the focus, we would have well-trained managers with a focus to problem solving instead of being punitive. Then many of these fees could be allayed. Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to get a clarification here. We have pending cases that there are invoices and that we need to pay these. Is there a change in what we're going to do here?
The reality is they are under contract. There is nothing that is pending that is going to expire tonight or next week.
Okay, so you want to let it ride, is that what you're saying?
No, I'll second.
Okay, we have a second.
With discussion.
Okay, discussion.
Okay, so go ahead and call it and ask for.
Okay. We have Bridget Cook.
The board is considering whether or not to approve, to extend the agreement with AALRR. They are a premier law firm in the state of California when it comes to public education, not just in K-12, but also higher education. And as the discussion that the board just undertook, there are a number of cases that are still pending that they are representing the district on. And one of the things that the board is supposed to consider when they had in-house legal counsel was whether or not the competency of the firm that is providing the legal services. Presently, you have quite a few PERBs and other matters pending that are based on the advice of Mr. Wang's firm that have caused you to have to settle, resolve, and pay out money to people because it was bad advice. That is not what's happening with AALRR, and the matters that are currently pending, as Ms. Harvey has indicated, need to be resolved, and they need to be able to continue in that vein. In terms of the expenses that are associated with under that $350,000 not to exceed limit, Pam is right. There should be some training and some teaching the individuals who are responsible managers in this district to handle these matters so that they're not being referred out to a law firm and so that they're not being challenged in court or before the PERB or other administrative agencies. It is in the best interest of this board to continue the relationship with AALRR, and whether it's from through 2029 or in perpetuity. You don't have to spend the money if you have competent people who are working and trained. If you look back at my 5 years, we only use them on those 2 PERB cases. Now it's a daily thing. So just look at who you got working here.
Okay. Coming back to, we have a second.
Yes, okay.
Okay. Discussion.
Okay. The union people know, I've said this to them many times, that I believe that a lot of issues can be solved before you get out of the office informally. I don't think we have to go through this process that we're going through with lawyers and so forth that's been going on. And part of that is dialogue. And I've asked the union people, do they meet regularly with the president? Do they talk to her? Do we have this relationship where they can talk to her and maybe try to resolve some of these things? And I've got mixed feedback from them that, no, we haven't talked to her, we're not going to talk to her, all this stuff. If we want to resolve some of these lawsuits, we need a dialogue between the union and the administration. And as far as I'm concerned, they're both at fault. They should have a meeting every week and hash out some of these things, that they don't become a lawsuit and cost the district money. But as for this one in particular, what disturbs me is this agreement is into 2029. That's a long time to have an agreement, in my estimate. I think it should be a yearly agreement. Now, if we owe these folks money, we're going to have to pay them. So let's pay them and get it over with. But let's, in the meantime, let's think about doing this a little differently and creating this dialogue with the president where the unions meet with her every week, whether she likes it or not, or whether they like it, and see if we can approach these issues a little differently without spending millions and millions of dollars, which could be used for the students of this campus so that we could have classes that students could get so they can get out of here and pursue their lives. Thank you.
Okay, any other comments? Okay, we have a motion and we have a second. Yes. And so, advice?
Abstain.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, any opposed?
I oppose it.
Okay, and so 4-1 it passes. Okay. Okay, 14.7, approval of loss control service agreement between Antelope Valley Community College and Keenan and Associates for hazardous materials inventory. Is there a motion?
So move. Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 14.8, approval of services agreement between KJ LLC and Antelope Valley Community College District for opening day keynote presentation and faculty professional development workshops. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
14.9, approval of amendment number 5 of professional services agreement between Robert Hayes, DDS, Valleywide Dental Corporation, Antelope Valley Community College District. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 14.10, the ratification of affiliation agreement between Antelope Valley Community College District's paramedic program and the Consolidated Fire Protection District of Los Angeles County. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 14.11, approval of 26-27 athletic winter sports schedules for men's and women's basketball and non-traditional sports schedules for baseball and softball. Okay, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 14.12, approval of cooperative agreement number 26, Puente CC-03, between the regions of the University of California on behalf of the Puente Project and Antelope Valley College from July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2029. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, I'm glad to see Puente on our agenda, and I'm hoping to see more from the group this coming year. I've missed it.
Okay, any other comments? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
14.13, approval to utilize FCCC Master Services Agreement and negotiate Course Dog Services Amendment. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 14.14, approval of MOU between the Research and Planning Group for California Community Colleges and Antelope Valley Community College District to support the evaluation of the Open for Anti-Racism Project, which is OFAR. Okay, is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
14.15, approval to utilize the Foundation for Community Colleges, California Community Colleges, cooperative agreement with Amazon Web Services for the purchase of cloud hosting services. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
Yes. What's
Okay.
our backup cloud service? We've seen so many large organizations be hacked and go down. Do we have like a backup server farm in Wisconsin?
Trustee Harvey, we do have a backup. AWS actually has a backup system there as well. We previously used an organization for California community colleges based out of Stockton. So we have local backups as well as backups in the cloud. But in the next couple months, you're going to be hearing a report from ITS that details that disaster recovery, and we'll be happy to share some information with you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, any other comments?
Yes, Mr. President. Mr. Acting President, we have a series of IT requests here.
Yes, sir.
How are these submitted, and how do they get on the agenda?
So, you mean how are they bid or how are they submitted?
Well, I mean, how they come to you and say, well, we need this, and so we'll put it on the agenda? Is that
Yes, sir. Most of these are renewals. So these services exist already. For example, the cloud services that we already have, our entire banner system is already in the cloud. So this is our ongoing, it's a renewal to ensure that we keep those services there. So the ITS team, the clerical support, administrative support, and the executive director will go through their annual checklist. They'll look to see that we need to renew this contract for another year, and they will submit that requisition, and it'll go through that process. Or they'll submit the contract, and it'll come to you for approval.
Okay, does it go to the Vice President of Administration?
It does. I do review them, sir.
Okay, anything else? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 14.16, approval to utilize the Foundation for California Community Colleges agreements with Microsoft for the purchase of Microsoft products through September 30th, 2026. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
14.17, approval of open source support services agreement and open source support services ordering document between Oracle and Antelope Valley Community College District for Oracle Linux and Oracle VM and Oracle Verizon services. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passes unanimously. 14.18, approval to utilize the California multiple award schedule and Highland Software Corporation for the purchase of information technology goods and services. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
14.19, approval of master agreement with Ventura County Community College District for RCC Economic and Workforce Development Employer Engagement Grant. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
14.20, approval to extend the use of the Foundation for Community Colleges Administrative Services Agreement with Fastenal for the purchase of maintenance, repair, and operations, supplies, and related services. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion?
Aye.
No, sorry.
Oh, okay, false alarm. Advice?
Approve.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now we're nearing an end. Item 14.21, approval of service agreement between Southland Industries and Antelope Valley Community College for the Delta Energy Management Systems Annual Maintenance Report. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
14.22, ratification of agreement between PPL Incorporated and Antelope Valley Community College District for the recruitment and placement of retired annuitant professional expert for facilities and maintenance. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval to utilize the Foundation for California Community Colleges Master Services Agreement with Waxies Enterprises, LLC, for the purchase of janitorial and sanitation supplies and equipment. Is there a motion?
So move.
Okay.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, reports and announcements. Last one, Mr. Huntsman. Is this correct?
Good evening, trustees, Acting President Brar, Mr. Wang, Ms. Shuttlecorp. Yes, indeed, it is my last Senate report as Academic Senate President AVC. It's been a huge honor and a privilege, and I'm just really proud to have served these last 3 years. I'm going to take a moment to just say the issues that we're facing today are still the same issues that we're facing when I started my term. We still have, I think, a lot of real issues to think about in terms of technology, the balance of online and in-person education, and the role of technical education and academic preparation. All these things are things that are going to continue to be issues for us and for every community college, probably in the nation, particularly issues around AI and the way that's affecting education. Those are going to continue to be real things that faculty and the college as a whole are going to be really concerned about. In addition, we're going to continue to see state mandates. You've heard me talk about the state every year has set a new record for the number of bills that are passed that concern higher education I think it was over 1,000 bills that directly addressed community colleges in our last legislative cycle. So we're going to continue to face those kinds of challenges. And, you know, we're lucky because we do have a very fine new leadership team coming in for the Academic Senate. Dr. Jason Bowen will be our new president, and we're going to have some continuity. In addition to that, David Adams will continue as our vice president, Nari Caseforth as our first executive officer, and I'm going to help in the transition as the second executive officer. The other thing I want to say here is just how deeply indebted I am to many of my colleagues and our students. I learn so much from our students every semester, and I learned it from listening to them in this role and about them bringing their issues forward. That was super, super helpful to me. And I learned I would be remiss if I didn't join our colleagues tonight in saying how much I learned from Pamela Ford, and we're definitely going to miss her leadership. And we hope that you'll be back in a different role, in a different leadership. But for me, Pam has been someone that I couldn't have done my job the way I did it if I wasn't for her. Spoke with her regularly, learned so much from her. She has given so much of her life to this college, and the college is different and better because she has been here. And we really should honor her in whatever she does next. So thank you so much, Pam. I do want to finish by acknowledging my colleagues, my faculty colleagues, because there are, I don't know if, and I encourage you, by the way, trustees, if you're ever on campus during a academic senate meeting time, you should join us. You're always welcome. It can be frustrating, but it's always engaging. It's always thoughtful. It's always just full of ideas and just engagement. My colleagues want nothing more than to make our college a better college and our students to succeed. And it makes me so proud to have been part of that and to learn from them and to represent them. And I'm so happy to be continuing here. I still have, I don't know exactly how many more years at AVC, but at least 5 or so. And I look forward to continuing with my colleagues. And thank you so much for your support. Good night.
Thank you. And Antelope Valley College Federation of Teachers, Perry Jaleka.
I want to start just real quickly on your comment, Mr. Reeves. President Zillette knows I'm available anytime to meet with her, and she and I have had numerous meetings, and she can call or text me or whatever needs to happen as far as scheduling a meeting, and we've done that numerous times, and so I wanted just to clarify that. Today, I had the opportunity to spend an hour with our new faculty, and when you walk in, there's 21 new faculty members, so that's an awesome hiring pool. That's one of the bigger ones in a while. So it was nice meeting them, and I'm speaking to them again on Wednesday and looking forward to that. On behalf of our AVC, I'd like to welcome back our faculty as we begin another academic year. The start of our year always brings renewed energy, an opportunity for all of us to focus on what we can do to accomplish together for our students and our college. Now, here's something I wanted to share, and y'all are sitting, but I want to make sure your feet are grounded when I tell you this. But Dr. Zillette and I came to an agreement on a level 3 grievance. So did you? I'm serious. And I say that, I kind of joke with her, and I said, I know it's not legal, but I said maybe we could have shots at the board meeting. But anyway. But I want to thank her for that. Recently, we did come to a level 3 grievance resolution. The willingness to sit down with us, listen to our concerns, and we worked towards a resolution. It took a while, but we got it done, and appreciate that. And I think this is very important to understand. We're not always going to agree on every issue, and that part is is part of the process. What is important that we continue to communicate, work through disagreements professionally, and look for solutions when solutions are possible. And that happened in this time. So I think, anyone that was involved in that decision on how it went, I know it was me and her, and we had some very positive things at level two, too. Just weren't able to get it completely resolved. So I wanted to bring that out. As we begin the new academic year, the Federation looks forward to continuing that type of communication and collaboration with the district while continuing to advocate for our faculty and students that we serve. I want to wish all our faculty, staff, administrators, especially our students, on a successful start to a new academic year. Thank you.
Thank you. Antelope Valley Federation of College Federation of Classified Employees, Pamela Ford.
Before I begin, I want to give clarification on 14.6. I really don't like it that you guys can come back around. I want to clarify, Mr. Reeves, that if you understand the collective bargaining agreements, if you had an opportunity to read them, you'd see that every grievance begins with an informal. At any time during that process, the manager is the one that can resolve it at the lowest level possible. By the time it gets to the president, it's already gone too far. So what we're asking is that things get resolved at the lowest level possible. Now, let me tell you what's happened because of some of your untrained managers. We had a situation with an employee who was being severely harassed by a supervisor who's been here for years, and others continue to be harassed by that same supervisor, but the district's doing nothing about it. I decided, screw that. I went to Dr. Zealot, and I explained the concern to her. The employee wasn't even able to come back to work due to the level of harassment that she faced. Dr. Zealot had a meeting with myself, Blanca, and the employee. We came to agreement. I drafted an MOU, which went to HR. The employee was able to move to another area in a lower position with her salary Y-rated. Why was this administrator not addressed? Why isn't she being stopped from harassing employees? This has been going on for years. I have a box this large of complaints on that one supervisor, and this district has done nothing about it. So before you lay it at our seat, and there's no way that both sides can be wrong if PERB rules in our favor, and PERB does not always rule in the favor of the unions. That's a misnomer that managers want to believe, but that's not the case. Before I file any case, I read every case that applies to mine because I'm not interested in losing a case. If I see that there's a possibility we're not going to make it, we don't do it. That's how your legal should be advising you. So now on to my report. First of all, I want to welcome Classified back for another year, another semester. In student services and across the campus, they've been working their behinds off, getting ready for the new semester coming up. They've been working long days and tirelessly to make sure that our students are served, and we so appreciate them, and I know you do too. It's been an honor to be an employee and union president in service of the greatest group on campus, classified employees. I marvel at the accomplishments and the strides we have made as a campus, having served under various leaders and their styles. Each AVC presidential term has brought new vision and direction to the campus. Dr. Kirky brought community connections and relied heavily on his VPs to run the daily business of the campus, making us a stronger community collectively. Dr. Linda Spink brought innovation through technology, yet Michael, as you remember, she led with a firm hand. Dr. Larios leveled the playing field. He didn't have any favorites. He didn't demonstrate partiality to management over employees, and he addressed issues quickly. A lot weren't happy with him. I actually adored him because he got stuff done. Dr. Jackie Fisher brought unity, collegiality, and connectedness to the campus. He also built community relations. If he met you, it didn't matter what your role was on the campus. Every time he saw you, he would ask you about yourself by name and your family members by name. His vision was the campus grow together. He led by example, and when a mistake was made by his leadership, he owned it. He didn't make excuses. He didn't pass on blame. He owned it. Ed Knudsen was a businessman, true to his heart, and pursued and garnered fiscal independence. He was not one that left you guessing about his decision, for he pursued his vision with intention. I might not have appreciated it back then, but I appreciate the hell out of it now. Dr. Zealot's legacy is still building, and time will tell how it fleshes out based on the outcome of her decision-making. The significance of each of the presidents during my time here at AVC is through each of them, I learned and grew and utilized my experiences with them to sharpen my skills and enhance the work environment for classified employees, and through time, build advocacy for all groups. I have deep pride that I was part of working with the faculty and Senate to build classified and faculty unit. And I thank Dr. Bowen for spearheading that, and Perry Jaleka for following it up, and Hal Huntsman for keeping it going. I also am pleased that I was an integral part of getting a 17% salary increase, that we settled but not one, but 6 perp charges successfully for classified. Most of those were resolved under a different president. That 2 years ago, we averted layoffs for 5 employees, and that the playing field was leveled for 2 vice presidents whose contracts were renewed, but the board took the time to look at them and see what they were really doing. I am pleased that during my tenure, we held a Black women's panel of administrators with all levels of leadership, negotiated successfully Indigenous Peoples Day and Farm Workers Day. And I got to see Juneteenth recognized by the federal government as an ongoing observance. And I am pleased that I brought to focus to the board agenda an item in which students were going to be required to pay to attend HBCU tours. And that was stopped. And there's so much more that was done. I can't keep y'all here all night. I am deeply grateful for the opportunity to build relationships with all administrations, CMS, faculty, classified, and our students. I've had wonderful opportunities through the Leadership Academy to get to know people. I want to acknowledge all of the administrators that I have worked with in a positive way. I'm nervous about mentioning their names because I'm not trying to put a target on anybody's back. But I really do appreciate all of you who have worked with me in a positive manner to get things done, because that's what we need to do, right? We're here to serve the students. We need to get it done. I also want to thank Dr. Bowen. I can't say enough about Dr. Bowen, but I'm not going to do like he would do and talk all night. Kathy Osborne, Perry Jaleka, Hal Huntsman, Aurora Bird, just so many in the faculty that have worked to help unify the classified and the faculty, and that gives us strength. And if I've left anybody off, I'm really sorry. We have accomplished a lot as a campus. However, there is more work to do. We have to become less punitive toward employees and work with employees where mistakes are made. The us and them mentality set at the top of leadership needs to be stifled, and we need to move back to the campus community that we once were. And most of all, we need to scrutinize our processes so that hiring can occur more rapidly. Equipment can be purchased more timely. Departmental needs can be met with urgency instead of roadblocks. After all, we develop the processes, right? We sit in those meetings and we talk for hours about processes. We complain about they don't work. It's up to us to do something about it. And through the participatory governance process, we can fix them. We need to interrogate our processes so that things are working better for everybody. We need to see equity at all levels of leadership, faculty, and staff so that we reflect the populations of students we serve. Equity isn't one building. It's not one department. It's a vein that flows all the way through the campus. Embrace it, accept it, and acknowledge it. It is not without a heavy heart that I leave AVC. But it's time for me, with my vast knowledge of participatory governance, accreditation, collective bargaining, mediation, and an understanding of how student needs are met through the interconnected web of all of these factors, that I take the path to run as board candidate, to serve as an active board member, serving staff, students, the administration, and the community with a broad, collaborative, informed, and proactive vision for accurate decision-making. And I accept the endorsement of both unions. I also would like to thank the board members who have taken the time to meet with me, to hear our issues, and I really do appreciate that. I hope that's a trend that continues, and I hope that we change our trajectory. And no offense, Mr. Wang, but we need to stop paying these attorneys and start paying our employees. Take care of my members. Don't think I'm that far away that I won't come back to talk again if y'all don't get it right. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Okay, we've got confidential management, supervisor, administrator, employees, Van Ryder, and there he is.
Good evening, members of the board, board president, and Vice President Brar. If you'll indulge me a moment of personal reflection for a moment, as a new Senate president, I had the privilege to go to my first college coordinating council and sit between two union presidents. One towered over me, and the other one was just a pillar. And I'm so grateful for that continuing example of dedication, passion, and service. I share the same accolades and appreciation that Jason and Hal hold, because they're well deserved. And so if you'll allow me that moment of personal reflection, thank you. On behalf of the Confidential Management Supervisors Association, I am pleased to introduce or reintroduce the CMSA board for the 26-27 academic year. President or Chair, Van Ryder. Secretary, Rhonda Burgess. Administrative Representative, Leo Ayala. Management Representative, Paige Vilas. Supervisory Representative, Rocio Heasley, and Confidential Representative, Angela Urbanowski. I extend my appreciation for them, for their service and their willingness to make us better, to help us to become better stewards, to help us to become better leaders, but also to be able to reach out to the other constituent groups. I share the same vision as been shared before my comments, that we need to work together. Our shared vision to support and to lift each other, but also to support and lift our students. As we continue to prepare for the fall, I too want to acknowledge the tremendous work that is being done in all of our offices and all across our divisions. Many of you know that I also have the responsibility for the Palmdale Center. I watch our student team with their peers and their friends, guide them through registration. I watch counselors, I watch staff members, and I watch faculty. I am grateful for that, and I'm grateful as a CMSA group to be able to support that incredible work that goes forth. I also want to wish the warmest welcome to our newest faculty, our newest staff here at the AVC family. We look forward to a successful year of continued growth and new opportunities.
And finally, I offer my thanks to you as the Board of Trustees for the CMSA Group. We appreciate your support and look forward to, again, a successful and a wonderful year. Thank you.
Thank you. Associated Student Organization, Joseph Twilson. Is he here tonight? Not here. Okay. Moving along to the person who can supply Perry's wine is 15.6, Foundation, Diane Knippel.
Thank you, Steve. Good evening, trustees and staff. Two or three quick things. I do want to recognize ASO. ASO, led by some great folks this year, Joseph and others, have decided to support students once again by creating another endowment to give students scholarships. So I want to give hands off to ASO. And this one has a little different story and name as well. So many of you probably don't know that I am a huge avid bird lover. I have raised, I don't know how many ravens, birds of all kinds, right? There was over by the hub, a family of mother and father squawking after a baby that looked like it had injured itself. So I said, I go check it out. So we checked it out, and really it was nothing we could do. You have to kind of let nature take its course. But over the course of the next month, ASO folks and everybody over in the hub kept giving it water to make sure it could survive. And good news, it flew away. Yay! So what did they name the endowment after? The ASO Raven Scholarship. Oh, yes, yes. Starting in September, it's time again for faculty, so all the new faculty that may be listening to this. We offer, what's the word I'm looking for? Grants, faculty grants. So last year, for example, we provided, and historically, we provided, say, Jaws of Life for the Fire Tech program. This past year, we funded pretty much the new paramedic program. So we have a real good focus on being able to support those needs that are not available quite readily through the college. And then, you know, it is August, so it means we're getting close to fall. So I'm going to plant the seed for October. It is called Fall into Giving. So just keep that word choice going, and we'll be launching a campaign to encourage employees to give where they think they want to make a difference. Any thoughts, questions?
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
And Mr. Brar.
Sure. Good evening, Board President Buffalo, members of the Board of Trustees, student trustee, colleagues, members of our campus community. I want to begin by wishing Dr. Zealot a full and speedy recovery. I also want to thank the board for the grace, patience, and support you've extended me during my time serving as acting superintendent president. Stepping into this role has given me an even greater appreciation for the work of this institution, the people who serve it, and the responsibility we all share for our students. I'm grateful for the confidence Dr. Zealot and you have placed in me and for the opportunity to serve in this capacity. I also want to take a moment to recognize Pamela Ford and thank her for the many years of service to the college. Pamela, there is much that I have learned from you over the years, and I wish you the very best in the next chapter. I would also like to welcome Mr. Cedric Williams, the new union leadership. We are very pleased to have you take on this new responsibility, and I look forward to the contributions you'll make in the months and years ahead. Hal Huntsman, I want to recognize you for your service as Academic Senate President. You have consistently pushed for change and improvement, but you have done so thoughtfully and collaboratively. I've appreciated your willingness to work with me, to have candid conversations, and to find practical ways to make the college stronger. Thank you for your support and service. Dr. Bowen, I'm also very much looking forward to working with you again, now in a new capacity. I know your experience, perspective, and commitment to students will serve the college well. Throughout the academic year, there are 2 times when I believe you can feel a very distinct energy around a college campus. One is graduation, when we see the culmination of everything our students have worked towards. The other is in the beginning of the academic year, when the campus comes back to life there and there is a renewed sense of possibility. We're entering that time now. Over the past several weeks, staff throughout the college have been working tirelessly to prepare for our students to return. Our people, culture, and talent team has been working continuously for many months on recruitments to help fill critical vacancies. Fiscal services and purchasing have been supporting the many operational needs that come with closing a fiscal year and starting a new one. Our grounds, facilities, and auxiliary teams have been working to make the campus ready and safe for students. ITS has been preparing our technology and our systems. Across student services, the various teams have been working hard to help students in preparation for the start of the semester. That work was on full display at our very successful registration event last week, where we welcomed hundreds of students. It was a tremendous effort and a great example of what happens when our teams come together to serve students. Throughout the divisions and departments within academic affairs, teams have been preparing schedules, classrooms, programs, and academic support for our students. And of course, our faculty have been preparing their courses and getting ready to welcome students back. I also want to recognize the work of our marketing team, which continues to help reach and engage both current and prospective students, and our foundation for its continued support of our students, programs, and the broader college community. I want to acknowledge equity and student achievement under the leadership of Dr. Rashida Brown-Elise for the important work it continues to do in supporting our students and helping create a college environment where all students can feel welcomed, connected, and positioned for success. Much of this work happens quietly and behind the scenes, but it is what allows the first day of classes to happen successfully. So to everyone who has contributed to getting us ready for the start of another academic year, thank you. I'm excited about the year ahead, grateful for the people who make this college what it is, and very much looking forward to welcoming our students for the fall semester. Thank you.
Thank you. Student trustee.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's summer has been coming to an amazing end. I have seen and appreciate all the hard work all employees have been putting in to ensure this new semester is a success. Your dedication to this community does not go unnoticed by students, and I'm looking forward to the fall semester, and I'm very excited for our opening day ceremony this Friday. I'm especially ecstatic for our student-led panel. Highlighting our students' unique perspectives is invaluable. Unfortunately, I won't be in attendance due to my participation this weekend in the CCLC Student Trustee Workshop. So at the next board meeting, I'll be sure to update you all on the knowledge I acquire from this trip. So I also want to express how happy I am that AVC was the recipient of the NASA Aerospace Skill Technical Workforce Hub Grant. Same goes with the approval of the master agreement with Ventura County CCD for the RCC Economic and Workforce Employer Engagement Grant. I'm looking forward to the solutions and success that both of these grants will bring. I do want to thank Ms. Ford and Mr. Huntsman for all the work you guys put in to represent your respective groups on campus. And I'm also looking forward to welcoming all of our new representatives at the board meeting. So thank you to all of you. I also thank you, Ms. Knippel, for highlighting our Raven Scholarship. A lot of work went into this by the entirety of the ASO and the foundation. So thank you. I'm really excited to see it be put in and implemented. And I also did want to invite you all to attend ASO and Equity's Women Equality Day celebration on August 25th. It's from 2 to 3 p.m. in the SET Student Lounge. The event will include a presentation on the impact of the day, as well as highlighting the importance of voting. You'll get to hear from female leaders here at AVC in a very inspiring panel. So I encourage the whole community to attend, to consider attending. And I'm also looking forward to all of our Welcome Week festivities next week, like our Meet Your Campus Hub event and tabling and everything we do for Welcome Week. And I know how hard everyone works. So I'm really excited for the new semester. I know how hard everyone's been working, and I know our students will be very excited to come back for the fall. So thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Adams.
Bam, Laura says, good job and happy retirement.
Ms. Harvey.
Yes. I just wanted to say congratulations to our graduates. We were at the LVN ceremony earlier today, and we are proud of the contributions that we know our students will make to this community. We are very proud of you. To our retirees, Katia,
I did not get her last name, but 15 years. I want you to know that your service to us, it mattered. And that you are in our thoughts and our prayers. We hope that you enjoy Panama. And what a way to retire. I personally hope that every day is full of fun and sun. So congratulations. Pam Ford, I appreciate your foundation. You stand on what you believe and you fight for what you believe is right. I respect you for that, and I wish you nothing but blessings. Mr. Huntsman, thank you for your service, as we know it will continue here at this college. I want to welcome all of our classified staff, our faculty, CMSA, ASO, back to campus. Please note that the Board of Directors care about your roles, your lives, but most of all in this unstable economic environment, we respect and care about your jobs. Lastly, I look forward to seeing the Emoja contract, and I'm looking forward to seeing a robust Emoja Puente program as it was when I came in 2020. I thought it was like the bomb. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I also wanted to remind you, you could work with Michelle to send the board invites to your events. I promise you I'll come. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Reeves?
Yes, first of all, I want to wish best wishes to Pam and Hal in the future. And Jason, it's good to see you back in the fold tonight. I'm going to miss raising the blood pressure of all of you, but you can, but you can come back. As Trustee Harvey mentioned, we had a pinning ceremony before the board meeting tonight, and Trustee Gaines and Harvey and I attended, and I was fortunate to represent the board in remarks before the parents and the graduates. You know, our motto should be at this college, at AVC, we help you achieve your dreams. And that's what we did tonight, and that's what we're going to do in the future. Thank you.
Ms. Gaines?
Okay, well, I want also to congratulate our LVNs who graduated this evening. It was a beautiful ceremony, and it was great. It was a huge class. That was a little surprising that there were so many of them. I want to congratulate our retirees, including Ms. Ford. As a matter of fact, Pam, I want to quote you this evening, if you don't mind. You said something that hit heavy in my heart. You said, we're here to serve the students. We need to get it done. I've been talking about that as my colleagues, well, you don't know, but my colleagues can tell you. I've been talking about that now for several weeks. One of the things that my job enables me to do is to hear from families and high school seniors. And there are many concerned about how difficult it is to get the classes they need. And I really, Mr. Huntsman, sad to see you go, but welcome back, Dr. Bowen. I would love to sit in the back row, I don't care where you put me, of one of the academic senate meetings, because I'm very fearful when I hear people saying we're moving our kids, they just can't get the classes, and so they look at me as if do something, you know, and I always tell them it's not that easy to do, but I never want to give up trying. So appreciate what you said this evening, Pam, and I'm sure we're going to have some fun in the next few months. And you, if I can put you and Bridget together, who knows what else might happen. Anyway, I also want to just say to all of our new classified officers, it's never easy to serve. It's not a job that everybody wants, but I commend those who are stepping up and taking on that responsibility and wanting to serve. I truly believe that when we serve the students in the Antelope Valley, our community is going to thrive because of the kids that we're serving here. So my congratulations to everyone who takes on that role and position as a servant leader. Thank you.
Thank you. Pam, I will miss our chats. I will miss chats with Hal and coffee. So those are always good. I think that what Barbara is talking about with regards to students is incredibly important. I talk to students all the time. When I walk out here, I hope somebody else who's retired will be able to walk out here and do the same thing. I think it's very interesting. It's very engaging. In fact, I even ran into 2 students the other day who said that, oh, you're the one pushing the musical at the college. I said, yeah, I am. I didn't know how they knew me. And they said, well, we'd like to see that because we participate in high school and we can sing and dance and so on and so forth. So I'm going to keep bringing that up. I hope we get a report, a positive report, that we can get that musical, because after 40 years of doing this, somehow we get 14,000 students and we can't seem to put these things together. That kind of bothers me a little bit. That's dysfunctional to me. So moving forward, I'd like to also say that one of the things that's going to be a challenge is fiscally in this state. This state is basically structurally unsound budget-wise. That's the budget analyst office, no matter what the politicians say. And somebody said, what was it, Perry said, 1,000 bills? Somebody said they approved 1,000 bills in education. Was it Hal? Good Lord, they shouldn't approve 10. I mean, imagine that. They don't even know what they're approving. They're scary. So anyway, and I hope, Perry, that we got your deal done. He talked to me after the last meeting. He said, we've got to get these meetings shorter. We're going to be out of here before 9. So this meeting is adjourned, and we will meet again on September 14th. Thank you.